Lesnar is the best. Lesnar number one.
The ultimate thug.
I thought he was about to say the ultimate farmer.
The ultimate farmer.
Remember when WWE announced that SmackDown is moving to Fox? Remember how excited we were? Well, crap. Everything on this show felt pretty mediocre, except for Brock Lesnar. Maybe I'm biased, of course, I'm the lead member of the wrestling farm. Most of you are members as well. Of course, you gotta meet the requirements. Ain't drinking no milk ain't a member of the wrestling farm. My man Paul Heyman was like, guess who Brock Lesnar is hanging out with? Many people were like, did he attack Rey Mysterio's sons again? I was like, nah, it was obviously a cow and a full bucket of milk. Brock Lesnar is the highlight of the WWE right now. No opinions allowed. By the way, Kane actually has good promo skills.
Brock!
You can feel the emotion, and you can also see how much he cares about Rey Mysterio's son, Dominic's godfather.
Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the farmer in the dell.
Welcome everybody to another episode, a very late episode of Greatness of SmackDown. There are a couple of reasons of that. First of all, I needed a little mini break from YouTube, like a couple of days. It's really needed because once I don't have any breaks, my videos kinda suffer because I don't put enough time into editing, and you guys know the deal. Anyway, another reason is, well, I just didn't care about SmackDown. I woke up, I had to watch SmackDown, and I was like, okay dude, I just can't. If I watch SmackDown and I will make a review, 90% of the review is going to be basically me complaining about everything that happened. Most of the time, it's bad. But if I'm in a good mood, I can make fun of it, so the video is actually even better. So I've watched SmackDown the next day, and it sucked. It was a bad show. But at least I feel fresh, I feel like I have more energy, and I'm in a better mood. So let's talk about SmackDown on Fox. 5 weeks without Nicki Minaj, Nigel!
What the hell?
The Miz is in the ring to host Miz TV. He's joined by Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, and members of the respective teams. There's something I really liked, which is Raw members not being on the show. I like that. Only members from SmackDown were actually in this segment. I feel like that's a nice little touch because the brand split is happening, but Rey Mysterio forgot. So yeah, it's like you don't have Raw members in an important rivalry, but then you have Rey Mysterio on both shows. What is happening? Anyway, Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair hyped up their members. People made fun of Shorty G's height, and my man was dressed like a... yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. By the way, he cut a promo on how it's not important that I'm short. I learned to accept myself. What are you talking about? You're just a little bit shorter. It's not that big of a deal. You know what, people? After 30 years of my life, I've realized that I'm a human too. I'm short, but I'm a human too. This is something that Vince McMahon wrote, I'm pretty sure. If it was Hornswoggle making that promo, I would be okay, alright, I get that. It's Chad Gable. He's not that short. Look at Ali and Chad Gable. If people are making fun of Chad Gable's height, shouldn't they be making fun of Ali's height as well? I just don't get the show. Anyway, this segment was basically full of crappy insults that didn't really make a lot of sense. Until Hulk Hogan proposes that in the main event tonight, Roman Reigns, Shorty G, and Ali face off Corbin, Nakamura, and Zayn. But Zayn is injured, so someone is going to replace him, and it's Cesaro. We got a brawl, and the real American plays as Hogan's team members stand tall. How do you guys feel about this rivalry? It's such an important, unimportant rivalry. I don't know how to explain it. There's nothing on the line. Who cares? Are the members going to prove that Ric Flair or Hulk Hogan is better? How? If these two are not even in the match. There is no point whatsoever. It's basically a live event match. We got Kofi Kingston and Big E versus Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. That was a pretty decent match, but surprisingly, Kofi Kingston took the pin. Ziggler rolls up Kofi from behind for the 3 count, so Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode won the match. After the match, the Revival come out and they attack Kofi and Big E. Roode and Ziggler join, and then Heavy Machinery comes out to even the odds. So that was that. It was basically to hype the Best in the World Tag Team Tournament. Sounds like something a fat kid on WWE 2K14 came up with. Who cares? Like, this is so ridiculous, so generic. The winner of the tournament is going to get a championship opportunity? A championship? No. This team is going to be called the Best in the World. The first tournament at least was entertaining, somehow. But, of course, Shane McMahon won. Anyway, let's not talk about that ever again. But, again, this pay-per-view, whatever it is basically non-canon. And they're sacrificing a whole month to this. Maybe that's why the shows suck so much. Lacey Evans comes out to the ring to face a jobber, but she gets on the microphone and says that you're not even worth my time. She gets out of the ring, referee counts to 8, Lacey gets back and attacks the jobber with a women's right. So she wins the match. Why is Lacey Evans facing jobbers when she actually already faced for the women's championship against Becky Lynch after WrestleMania? It's like, okay, maybe we rushed her into the title match, we're gonna try to build her again. No, she already looks like a big deal. She's already strong, you don't need to do that, just put her in an actual rivalry. We got a Firefly Fun House, and it wasn't even that bad, we basically got a funeral, but the rabbit is still alive, but then he was eaten again. So basically, everyone is happy, and he's going to face Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel. Explain me, what was the point of burning the house in the first place? It achieved absolutely nothing. They make it seem like it's such a big deal, Seth Rollins is like, I had to do it. It was tough, but I'm a monster, but I had to do it. But the house is still fine, there's nothing really changed. If you missed the episode where he burned it, well, you missed nothing. So what was the point? Couldn't you just at least redesign the house to make it seem just a little bit different? Just lazy, stupid, doesn't make any sense. And like I've said, what is happening with the WWE? We got Kalisto versus Drew Gulak. He wanted to show more ways in his PowerPoint presentation how Braun Strowman is going to lose the match against Tyson Fury, but Kalisto had none of it. He lost the match, so Drew Gulak, one of the most entertaining people, is a jobber, I guess. Braun Strowman came out and destroyed him again, so what's the point of bringing him to SmackDown if you're just gonna bury the guy and you're not gonna allow him to be entertaining enough? What's the point? Michael Cole is in the ring with Daniel Bryan, and he basically asked if the Yes Movement is back because Daniel Bryan is acting like a babyface basically. The crowd started chanting yes, but Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura interrupted, and basically Sami Zayn tried to convince Daniel Bryan that you should be a heel. Basically, you're like us, you should not go back, you should move forward. There's actually a pretty long speech and maybe dragged for a little bit too long in my opinion, but the promo was good. Sami Zayn is gold on the microphone, but Daniel Bryan was like, he was about to shake the hand but didn't say anything and just left. So basically Daniel Bryan is confused. He doesn't know who he is anymore. Is he a babyface? Is he a heel? It's kind of a shame that it didn't achieve a lot, but I guess there's some mystery. Is he going to be a babyface? Is he going to be a heel? What is going to happen? On one hand, I want the Yes Movement to return, but then again, heel Daniel Bryan on the microphone is absolutely perfect. So, I'm confused. Whatever happens, happens. But my prediction, he's gonna be a babyface. We got Mandy Rose versus Nikki Cross, in which obviously Nikki Cross won the match. She's going to face Bayley for the Women's Championship. Not a very believable competitor, if you ask me. Rey Mysterio and Cain Velasquez come out of the ring next. Rey gets on the microphone and talks about Brock Lesnar and how he attacked Dominic. Again, he thanked all the fans for the support that Dominic got. Rey says next Thursday at Crown Jewel, His family, Cain Velasquez, is going to drop Brock again. Paul Heyman appears on the big screen and he's with Brock Lesnar. He basically asked a bunch of questions. Guess who I'm with? Guess where I'm at? And it's basically Brock Lesnar attacking Dominic. My man is unconscious. They tried to save the guy, but Brock Lesnar, the most entertaining farmer in the world, basically destroyed all of them. And I gotta be honest, people, I liked what happened right here. My man destroyed everyone in a big way. So that was the highlight of SmackDown and possibly one of the coolest moments of this week, of wrestling, so I cannot really complain. And of course, we got the main event, Baron Corbin, Cesaro, and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Ali, Roman Reigns, and Shorty G. And it was fine, I guess, but it was a 6-man tag team match in the WWE again, so it felt like a filler show. Sometimes from these SmackDown on Fox shows, I get this 2015-14 SmackDown vibe, when we didn't even have the brand split. It was basically a filler show that didn't mean anything, and essentially, that's exactly what we're getting right now. This absolutely achieved nothing. It didn't matter. The babyface team won the match, of course, and after the match, Hogan and Jimmy get in the ring to celebrate with the winners as SmackDown goes off the air. So that was your SmackDown. So we got a few decent moments. I'm gonna give it 5 out of 10, and that's very generous. I've just loved what Brock Lesnar did. But, something needs to change. Maybe before the Royal Rumble, maybe before the Survivor Series, maybe something more relevant is going to happen. As of right now, I'm just watching these shows to make a review. If I was not a YouTuber, wrestling YouTuber, whatever, I would not be watching Raw and SmackDown. I seriously wouldn't. But let me know your thoughts on the show. Thank you for watching. And as always, the great one, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.
The farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the farmer in the dell. The farmer takes the wife, the farmer takes the wife. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the farmer